I think 2021's been a mega year for us on one hand. The car's been incredibly fast, with and without waiting. We really took a step forward in our engineering this year. We've had a couple of really unlucky weekends. We've had a couple of mistakes that we've perhaps made as a team, and this championship is so close, so competitive that there's not room for those bad weekends. So we are still in contention for the championship, although it's quite a large points deficit as we stand. So just going to crack on, score as many points as we can, and hopefully some of the others have some more trying weekends. My biggest rival, I don't think there's any single person. We've seen how close the championship is. There's still 5 of us, and any one of them, could win. Obviously, my old teammate and my good friend Ash, he's right at the sharp end. Obviously, I want to beat him. But what's great about the championship is, although we're, incredible rivals, all of us, we all get on well as well, and there's a great respect for each other. I think we have to be realistic. The title is going to be difficult to get our hands on without any issues from the other guys. But as we know, it's a very up and down championship. A lot of things can happen.
2021's been a great season in the British Touring Cars for me. It's been very strong. We've got 8 podiums so far this year, 2 wins, and yeah, loved it. The Ford Focus has been a great car to drive, and I've really enjoyed being part of the British Touring Car Championship this year. The biggest rival's always the guy who's leading it at the moment, that's Ash, and yeah, we've got to try and do everything we can to try and stop him. It's going to be tough, but the fight is on. Well, the thoughts of even winning the British Touring Car Championship is pretty special. Only a few people ever get to do it or even have a shot at taking it. So to be in the fight alone is pretty special. But if it ever happened and I clinched it, it would just be the biggest thing I could ever imagine. I can't imagine what it's going to be like. I can't tell you what it could be like because I don't know.
I think this year's gone really well. My first year driving with Accelerate, and it's been amazing to learn the team and learn all the new people here, and ultimately take us further up the grid, and to be going into the last sort of 2 race weekends of the season in contention to win it is amazing. And it's focused my attention in maybe other areas that I hadn't maybe looked into before. So I've loved this year. It's been huge amounts of fun. Hopefully we can top that off with a few more great results. I think the biggest rival is whoever's right in front of you, which at the minute is of course Ash. So naturally I want to beat all of these boys and girls. I want to beat every single one. I want to be the one right at the top of the standings at the end of the year. But naturally you're always looking at the person who's directly ahead of you. So at the minute, that's Ash. I think there's a lot to play for still. To take the title this year would be a dream come true. My first year driving with Accelerate, the hard work that's gone in behind the scenes from everybody, and the work that went on over the winter to all the way through the season, it's been so incredible to see the hard work that's come together. So if we could pull it right all into a point, win it at the end of the year, incredible.
I think this year has probably been a bit more up and down than previous seasons for me, but still on the whole, very positive. I've won 3 races to this point. I think 6 or 7 podiums, hopefully a few more to come. We've always been thereabouts, knocking on the door. It's been more competitive this season than any other. The margins are definitely finer than previous seasons. The important thing is to be a contender, to go to Brands Hatch with a realistic chance to win. And that's the position I'm in. I'll know properly who the biggest rival is once we get to Brands Hatch, but certainly at the moment Ash is in the box seat with the points he has. Ash is the one that everybody's hunting down. So yeah, five people can win it, so you can't rule anybody out. Whoever wins it, it's a massive achievement. You can never predict how you will feel or what it will mean to you at that time, but certainly previous championships that I've won, certainly a very, very proud moment, and you are on top of the world on that Sunday evening at Brands Hatch. It's the highest of highs, and it's a great moment, and that's what we're all chasing again this time. So yeah, hopefully I can experience that rush one more time.
So far this year's been absolutely mega. Obviously results-wise, championship-wise, it's ticking the right boxes. Obviously it's British Touring Cars. We don't know how the rest of the season's going to go. It can change so quickly. We had a really strong start, big points, good results, but recently we've just been maintaining that points lead. Who do I see? I'll be honest with you, the whole group. The gaggle of guys battling in second, it's tough. Obviously Colin, fellow rear-wheel drive man, I can kind of work with that. We know where he's going to be strong, where he's going to be weak. But when you've got someone like Tingram, new car, new combination, you never quite know how he's going to turn up and perform. He's done an absolute mega job. You've got Josh there in the background, and obviously a Jake as well. It's a fine game of balancing all of them, because you're not just focusing on one. Like last year I was just purely focusing on Colin, but this year there's a handful of guys. To do it back to back is mega. to have the number 1 on the car again next year would be a great thing. But the 3rd championship to my name in British Touring Cars, I want to be left knowing in British Touring Cars that as one of the drivers that's marked the history and put the stamp down. And if we get a 3rd championship, we're on the way to doing that.